Welcome back to the third quarter of the Bobby Dupre Show. We do it in quarters and gives you a little opportunity to get a cold drink or maybe use the bathroom like I had to do just a minute ago.
Or some coffee.
Or some coffee. And by the way, talking about coffee, picked up some coffee, the little 1 cup coffee over at our friends, the Piggly Wiggly here in Opelousas. And I tried the Cafe Special. I had been buying the dark roast, and I really think the Cafe Special is just a little smoother. So those of you that have the correct individual drink coffee cup, try the Cafe Special. It's just a little bit smooth. It doesn't have that little afterbite that the other one has. Try it. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
What a salesman. Let's go with some sponsors. Let's go with JB Sandals. Only been open 135 years. They got it right. After 135 years, if you don't have it right, you know it's good quality. That's right. Go by, get your old smokies, your pocket knives, paint, bicycles, rakes and shovels, all your gardening type tools that you're looking for. On the houseware side, all your pots, your plates, your silverware, they've got all that as well. I know people that go there to get all their plumbing supplies like galvanized and black pipe, your galvanized fittings, electric wire, they got poultry netting, hardware cloths, welding wire, whatever you need. If you're a farmer, if you're a gentleman farmer, if you're just a guy living in the city, all the parts and supplies you need. Go by JB Sandals here in downtown Opelousas. And one more. Let's go with, how about LHC Group? All your home health care needs, LHC Group can help you with the therapists, with the nurses, with the equipment you might need in your home as well. They've got hospice care, palliative care, got the Health and Wellness Center here in Opelousas, and they've got locations throughout all of the United States. If you've got a loved one that needs some home health care, maybe needs hospice care or perhaps palliative care, call LHC, tell them where your loved one is living at, and they can help coordinate that type of thing for you as well. LHC Group, all about helping people.
And talking about LHC Group, I've mentioned on several occasions that the founders of the company, 2 of the founders, Keith and Ginger Myers, Keith is what serves as CEO and president, if I'm not mistaken, but he's the man, in other words. They set up a breeding and racing thoroughbred farm operation. And I make the statement that they have done probably the best of anybody in Louisiana, to the best of my knowledge. And I make this statement in front of other horsemen, and they agree that they have really done a good job. And it kind of showed it on last Saturday night. They had the Deshaun Young futurity races, the finals, and Legree wins the Colts division, and Legree is owned by Keith and Ginger, the Coteau Farms, they call it, LLC. And he says, there's a little story real quick that he liked race horses from a youngster. His grandfather, Mr. Alphonse Fontenot, from the Prairie Rome, Lawtell area, and I knew him personally. I sent Ginger, I didn't have Keith's text cell number, so I sent it through Through Ginger, and that Mr. Alphonse was a man's man, and that to me, that's when I use that, I mean he's at the top of the top, and just a fine gentleman. But he didn't get into racehorse business early. I'm talking about Keith, because his mama didn't like it.
Mama wasn't, and his daddy either.
And so when he was on his own, finally, with his own dollars, he got back into it, and I say he's got one of the best operations, and of course Coteau Farms won. And on the filly division, Sam Bro, one of the HBPA members that I serve with on the state level here in Louisiana, he won the filly division. He was the trainer in the filly. I don't know the owners there, but quite some nice purses, and I recommend if you want to maybe do something a little different. You've been wanting to go to the races at Evangeline Downs. You've been putting it off, or you went when it first opened and you haven't been to the new track here in Opelousas. give yourself a night out. Bring one or two couples.
Nice restaurant there, nice
they got
gaming.
3 restaurants.
Watch the horses run. If you don't know anything about betting, just watch a while. You can learn. You don't have to bet. And once you learn a little bit, you can bet.
You can do it. So we try to push it. And then, of course, if you have friends that are staying in Opelousas, certainly I recommend the Evangeline Downs Hotel. Now, I'm a little prejudiced because a group of us kind of put a few dollars, I call it seed money, encouragement money. And by the way, Mr. Jim is coming down in a few days to visit. So we'll take a picture and we'll remind all of his friends what he looks like. He kind of retired. He had some health issues and was getting into a little age, but he was too young to really retire. But stress was not on what he needed with the heart condition. He needs to get his health right, and I think that was a smart move. Good morning to you, Mr. Jim.
This weekend is the St. Landry Ability Softball Tournament in Port Barre at Veterans Memorial Park. That's Saturday, August 3rd and Sunday, August 4th. If you want to participate and find out more information, go to Facebook and look up St. Landry Abilities St. Landry Abilities, not .com. Or you can call Miss Toria Valant Como at 319-2036. Always add the Valant in there. Don't say Valant on the form, but everybody knows
that's
Toria
what we know as Toria.
That's how we know her.
That's how I know her.
And don't forget also that the Chamber of Commerce is going to have the annual 15th annual Soirée Royale culinary event Monday, September the 9th over at the Evangeline Downs Event Center. If you want to get tickets, you can go by and get tickets at the Chamber of Commerce. You can call Ms. Cheryl Castile at 523-7225, and the celebrity chef is Paul Miller, the executive chef for K. Paul in New Orleans.
And the event that I've been talking about that held in Natchez, they call it's a soiree type, same type of setup inside. They call it food and wine. We call ours a soiree.
We're French.
And I mentioned that name, and they said we should have used soiree. It's a very rich food, atmospheric name. Atmospheric. Is that such a name?
I like that.
Is that such a word as that? By the way, if you want to have a good time this weekend and you want it kind of quiet, or you just want to visit with your friends and maybe kind of cut up a little bit, Wayne Doucette and family has reopened Toby's Little Lodge in the bar area from Wednesday 4 o'clock through Saturday night. And I might add that they also have a beautiful reception center there. If you want to hold a meeting or hold a wedding or a reception, whatever you want to hold there, they've got a complete kitchen to go with it. Wayne Doucette and family would like to see you there.
How about some more photos? Go to the Red River to Alexandria, Louisiana, and there is
720 Murray Street. And why did I take that? Well, I'll tell you why. When I was a senior in college at SLI, which went to USL, and then now they changed it to UL, I was offered the opportunity to go into the bail bond business, and Mr. F.A. Morgan, the father of the bail bond industry in Louisiana, that was his location. That was his little office. It's a big building, but he had a little small office at 720 Murray. Never forgot that address. Sent him some weekly reports, of course, for many years. And then this is the famous Bentley Hotel downtown, which is undergoing a complete renovation. It's been purchased by an individual. He's making apartments in this facility, condos in the facility, and a boutique hotel. When you say boutique hotel, I think you're usually talking about 15 to 20 rooms, maybe even a little less than that.
So kind of how I prefer to go. If I want to stay downtown somewhere, I like to go to those boutique hotels in Houston or Atlanta.
And in Finnegan Wake is across the street, and of course that Finnegan's tells me that that's an Irish pub.
You got it.
And look how beautiful that building still is.
Named after the book.
And they're renovating quite a bit of downtown Ellick. If you haven't been, try it out. And it's on the beautiful Red River, which flows into the Atchafalaya River.
You got it.
And the only river that flows into the Mississippi River in the state of Louisiana is The Chaffalaya River.
How you like that?
And that was a gentleman at Stein's Lumberyard over in Natchez, Mississippi that
taught
gave
you
me
that?
all of that information.
And you can see Kaplan's in the background there.
Across the street from the Bentley is Kaplan's, and what does it say?
And the Hart Schaffner and Marks.
I have a couple of those old coats in my closet. I can't throw them away. They still fit me, and I still wear them, y'all. I don't tell y'all that, but I don't throw things away too
Art
much.
Center in the middle of town.
River Oaks Art Center, beautiful.
Sunset somewhere in Louisiana.
Yep. Going back to Bourtonville. And then this was Tuesday, having lunch over at Buck and Johnny's in downtown beautiful Breaux Bridge, Louisiana, historic area of Breaux Bridge. And this is Mr. and Mrs. John Morton. Of course, Mr. Johnny Morton is the owner of Morton Chevrolet. Big operation there in Breaux Bridge.
That big pretty boat at Sipmore Point, that's
Silverado. You bet. Nice couple. And a young couple that was sitting with them, and I had that name a while ago. Where'd I move it to? I didn't move it very far, but I moved it. A couple, one is from West Monroe. The young lady is from West Monroe, and he is from Mississippi.
God did know.
And I have it.
Well, of course you do.
Right here.
Right next to your heart.
Right here. Miss Patty Thurman.
There you go.
Truman. Thurman. How you spell that?
Thurman.
Thurman. Okay, Thurman. And Mr. Glenn Rosa.
Yep.
And he's from Mississippi, and she's from West Monroe. She didn't know my buddy over there, Buddy Empanada. But I bet she looks it up, and she'll give him a call and tell him hello.
There's somebody we know, Miss Lottie Beebe.
Miss Lottie Beebe and Miss Kara Moe. Kara's in charge of the federal programs within the education system of St. Martin Parish. And of course, Lottie Beebe is now Dr. Lottie Beebe. She has received a PhD degree, by the way. Just recently, I read that in the newspaper. And she's the new school superintendent. Well, a few months now.
And serves also on the Bessie board.
And still serves on the Bessie board as a member.
Been involved in education her whole life.
Her whole life. And does she come from North St. Landry Parish?
Must be. It must be. But I mean, I've known her name around here
She served on the school board.
I think so.
Here in St. Landry. No, she did. I remember that.
I like that.
I'm her age.
Good morning.
And this is Beth and Beth LeBlanc, daughter of Richard Zuschloss, who is sitting. Look at that smile. Boy, he's happy. You know why he's happy too? She's given him 2 beautiful grandkids.
There you go.
And all the way on the right,
the Zuschloss family famous with
Acadian Ambulance. He's the founder of Acadian Ambulance. What a man. Thank you, Richard, for
in the
visiting.
background
is Hammy Potan. We have a picture of Hammy and...
Well, I'm getting there. Where's it? Right here.
Right there. And the honoree, the person who picked up the bill, I guess, because I left without paying Mr. Johnny.
Johnny Raymond.
Johnny Raymond, our friend, and we'll show a picture of his wife in a minute. And this is Ricky, who is the administrator of the nursing home that Mr. Johnny is the owner or one of the owners. And Miss Beth Gidress, she's Economic Development Director for the parish of St. Martin. And Bobby Martin, all the way on the left, a confidant and dear friend of Mr. Johnny Raymond, and my friend, motorcycle rider. And this is the Crawfish Queen, Miss Angèle. And on the right, of course, is Miss Courtney Raymond, Mr. Johnny's beautiful wife. And she is now the manager, and they brought in a new chef, and business is kicking.
Good.
Well, I'm not going to say what it's kicking, but
one more.
It's kicking.
10 seconds to get it.
One more picture, and that's Don Stemmons doing what he does, what he loves, and that's work with those leather products in the horse industry.
Good morning, Mr. Don Stemmons. We're going to take one more minute break. We'll be back for the last quarter in 1 minute.